Good morning, YouTube. Pipe Smokers do here. Coming at you with a tip on the question. Okay. Now, I was going through my tobaccos, and some of them are a little bit drier than what I like, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Well, first, let me get into it. Earlier, I've been up since 5 o'clock, and I'm staying in the pipe and parlor for a while today because I'm trying to get away from the. I smoke cigarettes, so I'm trying to get away from that. Well, I have a single barrel. I believe I showed it to you on my electronic cigarette, and I filled it up with Marlow, and it tastes like tobacco. A cigarette, really, just a little bit sweeter. But it is so strong coming out of there, and there's a gurgling noise, and I don't know what it is. I'll bring that up on the next video. And I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah. Anyway, first I broke out the old corn cob, just a little meerschaum, and I went and bought me some more Middleton. I had the Prince Albert, and I wrote my notes down about it. And I've got 3 bowls worth of notes on it as far as mixing goes. And then yesterday I went out and bought the cherry blend. Yeah, Middleton cherry blend. They're just, well, here they're $2.89. So I got that. I got 1 bowl with info on it. Sad news today. When I was smoking that cherry out of the corn cob, I had the purple lighter. I put it in my pocket. Went down to get a cup of coffee and came back. Now it's gone. I filled my pockets. I searched the chairs inside this, down in the back, underneath. I lifted them up, both of them. And I put all my stuff, my wallet and everything, in my hat, and it's not in there. I can't find this thing. I have 2 orange ones sitting over here, 1 over here, 3 down there, but nah. So I went downstairs to look for one, and I come up with this black one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this for Tate. I believe he's the one that does this. Smoking pipe liner. Okay. I do that too, but this was out of a new pack, and I found it and went with it. Now, what I'm smoking. This would be the question part. Sorry about all the smoke. I'm smoking Penzance out of my PSP. But I showed you before, I believe, that mark right there. It's not an ashes mark. So you can do this, and it's how do I go about fixing that? I don't want to send it back to Wales. Or Wales. I don't know much about Pat, but so if anybody knows where I can send this to get that mark fixed right there, and then polished up. It's still fairly shiny, except for my hand always goes right there. There's dull spot, and I know they say Carmex will do that, but if I'm gonna get that fixed right there, that's from setting it down. I guess I don't have any pipe stands or anything, but that's from setting it down and it leaning towards that side because of the bevel right here. So if anybody knows anything where I can do, where I can send, what I can do, where I can send it, I really appreciate the info on it. Yeah. Penzance. Take a different route this morning. I'm gonna set it down here in a minute. But I was gonna show you how, like, I was going through my tobaccos and stuff, and the stuff that I hadn't got into jars yet, I just been smoking out of the baggie because I thought I'd finish it fairly quick, and didn't finish it fast enough. It got a little bit too dry. But the easy way, without a sponge, let it sit in there. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I don't know how good this baggie is that this is in. I could go there and put it in another one, but I'm just going to do it in this one. Lean it the other way. Okay, what I have is in a just for him bag. It's hot chocolate, and like as you can see, it's not that much. Two and a half bowls maybe. Okay, and I have been redoing or moisturizing tobaccos that I just haven't been able to smoke fast enough and get into mason jars because I have all my others in all my mason jars. And I could just go out and buy some, but money's real tight, and I know here they cost a ton. You can only get them at Walmart, but first of all, I am not promoting this brand one bit. I'm not talking about the tobacco, I'm talking about the container. I'm not promoting this brand one bit, but I'll cover him up. Here is the container, and I'll show you what I do here in a little bit. Okay, well, this is hot chocolate. Just for him, hot chocolate. And during the process of me not smoking it, it's not quite dry as a desert, but it is drier than what I like. Okay, so I'd say for probably that much out of a smaller bag, see? However much you think that is, 2.5 bowls, bigger bowls, 2 bigger bowls, is, I fill a water bottle, I took the label off this too, with distilled water. So what I'm going to do, let's see if I can get this, okay, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to set this down, is, set over there. That little tiny cap, that's not much. I'm gonna fill this little cap. I'd say if you have any more than that, go ahead and use a whole cap, but just barely over that little. There's a little center mark in there. Okay, now the tobacco is gonna soak it up if you get it in there uneven, but just take it and run the stream across it. Okay, so you pour that distilled water in there. Don't really have to close them up, but just shake them up for a minute. I always turn it like this because whenever it all goes to one side or one corner, usually it's the top corner or whatever. But I'll just shake it for a little bit. Turn it. All right, now see what you got is moist tobacco, and I'll even show you. You can hear it hit the bag before. But now we got that. It's not all falling to bits. Okay, so don't worry about getting it too much shooken up or anything. So get the air out of that and zip it up. Then take it from the bottom. I always roll it up like this, and in this container, in which brand I am not promoting, I'm sure you all know what it is, pop the top. As you can see, I've been busy this morning, so I'm just going to slip this in here. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to seal it up, lid on there, and I'm going to leave those baggies in this that I just moistened for 2 days. And I'm going to take them out. I'm going to spread them out on my table there for 2 more days, and then jar them up, because just enough moisture to get all of the tobacco in the bag sealed in this container in their baggies, rolled up from the bottom, tobacco first, roll it up, take them in here, and lock them shut 2 days. Get them out, lay them out 2 days, and jar them up. If you have a bigger thing, tobacco like this, English Luxus, I save all these. I save all these cream cheese things and sour cream things, and this one was English Luxus, and it was dry, but now it's a little moist. Just because it was a lot in the cut of it, I put it in this, and I'll just set the lid off. I don't seal this, I just set the lid off. I'm going to leave it for 1 day, bag it up, set it over there with the others, and then jar it up. And that's how I do it. I don't need a sponge or anything, and even if it's like a slight aromatic or whatever, you're not going to taste anything different than what you did the first time. Maybe a little bit lighter, but other than that, that's how I do it. It's the easy way. Just distill water, shake it, store it in a container in the baggie for 2 days, lay them out in 2 days, whatever. Been a while since I have Penzance all out here. But anyway, that's my tip of the day. Use it if you like, try it out, I don't care. If you do, let me know in a couple of days what you think. Find your driest tobacco, give that a little bit of a go. Don't ever use more than a whole cap full of distilled water. 2 days, lay them out for 2 days, jar them up. This Penzance was a little dry, so I added just a touch of the water, and I only let it sit for 1 day, and it smoked pretty good. It's still a little bit moist. I let it sit for a while, but it doesn't taste any different than it did straight out of the tin. So anyway, my tip of the day, hopefully you guys give me the light on that there, it's a little bit darker, but it just looks like an ash, whatever. But anyway, please, anything's welcome, any comments, ideas, anything. Coming up on a 15-minute mark. So, pipe smoker stew here. Wishing everybody smooth smokes. Penzance, folks. Have a great day. Peace out, YouTube.